Hey guys, this video is for our kindergarten and first grade team for the first, well, it says July week 1. Really, it's the second week in July because we had For Your Neighbors week last weekend. So this is really for July 14th, which, gosh, how is it already July 14th? That's crazy. Feels like I haven't been to church in forever because I was out of town on the last weekend of June, and then last week we didn't have church. But we are back to it, wrapping up our summer with 3 more weeks in July. So all summer long, we've been learning about what a life app is. And a life app is what God is doing in you to change the world around you. And then for the rest of the school year, we'll be learning different life apps. We do have a new memory verse for July, and our memory verse is, God began a good work in you, and I am sure that he will carry it on until it is completed. That will be on the day Christ Jesus returns. So just talking about that we are doing good works in us. And this month, we're continuing to talk about the fruit of the Spirit and what are those things that God is doing in us. So we have new memory verse cards with the Life App and Memory Verse on it, so make sure that every kid gets one of those, as well as the car ride conversation for this week. So we, so far this summer, have talked about love, joy, peace, patience, kindness. This week we are moving on to goodness, and our bottom line is show God's goodness to others. So our story is about, comes from James 1, verse 17, talking about that every good gift that we get comes from God. So we'd love for you to join us in the garage door room at 8:20 and 10:20 to pray together, have coffee and donuts together. And then we'll be finished with that to make sure that you're in your small group area by 8:30 and 10:30. Then when kids start to roll in at 8:40 and 10:40, you can just be playing I Spy with them while they're playing with some of their toys. So just saying, I spy with my little eye, something that is, whatever. And then have kids raise their hand if they want to make a guess. And each time they guess correctly, ask them the question, what is the best gift you have ever been given? So we're trying to kind of get their minds tracking, thinking about gifts. Then when service starts at 9 and 11, your interactivity, all you're going to need is some blank paper and the markers on your cart, and you're going to have kids sit in a circle, and you're going to explain to them what show and tell is. Most of them will probably already know, but then you're going to have them think about something that they could show and tell to the group. So it could be maybe their favorite stuffed animal or a friend or a sibling, something that they're good at doing. And then you're going to hand out the paper and markers and give them a few minutes to draw their item or their thing. And then invite each kid in your group to do a little show and tell. So some kids might be shy. Don't force them to get up and talk about it. Maybe you take their picture and ask them questions about it, and you can kind of show it to the other kids. Some kids on the other side will just keep talking, so make sure you cut them off so that everybody gets a chance. And to wrap up that activity, you'll just say, guys, I really enjoyed learning more about you guys today. And there's so much more talent and some really cool hobbies in our group. So what was your favorite thing that somebody shared? And let kids kind of talk about that. And today in large group, we're going to learn that goodness means so much more than the things we like or what we're good at. So let's go find out what else it could mean for us. So then head down to large group for this Sunday. We do have a live storyteller and host this weekend. They've got a really fun story. They're going to be unwrapping some presents in there. The kids are going to have a fun time with it. When you get back for your review activity, you're going to have these foam glasses and some stickers, which I don't have yet, but they'll just be little foam stickers that stick on here really easily. And you're going to let kids decorate their glasses with stickers. And then once all of your goodness goggles are decorated, you're going to split your group into 2 teams and have them each form a line, and then you're going to stand on the other side of the room, and you're going to take everyone's goodness goggles and place them in one big pile on the other side of the room. And then when you say go, the first person from each team is going to run down, find their goodness goggles, put them on, and run back. And the first person to put on their goggles gets to answer a question. So here's your review questions. So once they find their goodness goggles, say, okay, I've got a question for you. Maybe the 2 kids that run down together can work together to know the answer. And then they'll come back and tag the next person until you've gone through your whole group. And then just to close that down, you're going to say, so wow, you guys really know how to see some goodness. So let's use our goggles to look around the room and see some goodness right now. What are some good things that you see? So maybe they could see, oh, I see books. I see friends in the room. Oh, I see the sun that's shining outside. So those are some great things, and we can use these goggles to look around every day and find good things. So you can put them on when you get home and find good things at your house. Here's the thing. God also wants us to use these to show other people His goodness. So when you find good things, share them with others. That's our bottom line for today. Show God's goodness to others by being kind, sharing your toys, or helping others whenever you can. So then if you've got time to do a memory verse activity, if you don't have time to do the whole activity, you can just practice this new memory verse with the kindergartners and first graders. Help them to look it up in the Bible so that they can actually see where it comes from in the Bible. Maybe help them make up some hand motions that go with it. And then if you've got time, what you're going to do is you're going to have these blue pieces of paper and have kids fold them in half and make a thank you card to God for all of the good things in their lives. Because God is doing a good work in us. And so what are some good things that we see in our lives? So just to close that down, you're going to say, have you guys ever thought about what you would want to be when you grow up? Maybe like a firefighter or a scientist or a teacher or a pastor. So we may not know if you'll be a firefighter or a ballerina, but we do know that God has some good works planned for you and that He's beginning that good work right now inside of you. So whenever you show God's goodness to others, everyone around you gets a glimpse of just how good God is. And then to close it down in prayer, you'll just, if the kids got a chance to make thank you notes, you'll just need those. You can have kids read their thank you notes. Obviously, the kids that are going into kindergarten aren't really going to be able to do that. So maybe you just have them share what they drew if you have time. And then just close down in prayer. And as adults come, it says have them display their gift bag. We don't have gift bags. I don't know where that came from. But have them show their parents their goodness goggles and have them tell their parents that they are looking for good things that they can share with others. So that's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for continuing to serve this summer. I know all of our middle schoolers and high schoolers are coming back from big stuff. And we had 25 kids get baptized down there this week, and I think that's just awesome. A lot of those kids were kids that are going into 7th grade. So you guys just played a role in that, so thank you for doing that. Thank you for pouring into these kids as they have grown up in our kids ministry. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that my kids get to grow up in this kids ministry. So thank you for serving and just being amazing small group leaders. We'll see you guys on Sunday.